I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now.
And I think that guy's so unusual.
Yeah.
His style's so unusual, and it's like patience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
Gervonta Tank Davis is arguably the scariest boxer today, known for his explosive power, speed, and precision. He patiently waits for openings before delivering devastating knockouts. His defense, agility, and adaptability make him nearly unstoppable. With unmatched confidence and a killer instinct, Tank dominates opponents and continues to prove he is boxing's most dangerous fighter. Renowned trainer Teddy Atlas believes Davis is the most complete fighter in the sport, highlighting his ability to box, punch, and adapt to any style. Unlike many power punchers, Davis possesses elite speed, defense.
He reminds me of the old-time janitors, the superintendents in the big buildings, those big buildings, and they had a big brass key ring about this big with 1,000 keys on it. But every key, they knew that key was for a certain door to get into the building. When he's moving around, I'm saying he's the super with that big key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door.
You're great with the analogies. I love that. I love the analogies.
And he finds the right key.
He does.
He doesn't walk into a room and like, bang, oh my God, I shouldn't open that door. And a lot of guys do. Romero walked into that room. Garcia walked into that room, So he don't. And that's part of what separates him and makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
And ring IQ, making him a well-rounded force in the ring. Joe Rogan praises Davis's patience and precision, noting how he doesn't rush but carefully studies his opponent, throwing fewer punches early on to find the perfect opening. Rogan also acknowledges Davis's nuclear option, his devastating confidence, and a psychological edge over opponents. Mike Tyson has called Davis probably the greatest fighter around now, and many see similarities between the two. Like Tyson in his prime, Davis combines explosive knockout power, relentless aggression, and a killer instinct. His presence alone instills fear in opponents.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. He's the top dog. There's no doubt about it. He showed that. But Barrios, he's a pretty good fighter. Last time I saw him fight, he was pretty durable.
Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
There we go. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
Knowing that at any moment, one punch can end the fight. Davis continues to prove he is a dominant force in boxing. Roy Jones Jr. believes no one in boxing today can beat Gervonta Tank Davis. He admires Davis's ability to box, punch, and execute his game plan flawlessly. According to Jones, very few fighters possess the complete package.
The best ones out there is what they don't know, gets less respect for it, but one of the best ones out there. Now his mouth a little different, you know what I'm saying? He's the different kind of character when it comes to the mouth. Yeah. Because that's where he's from. But he's really one of the pound the best ones of the crew. And I'm gonna tell you why he's the best one of the crew, to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today.
We're gonna have some music on that bit, huh?
That Davis brings, his rare combination of power, speed, and skill allows him to adapt to any opponent and find a way to win. Davis consistently arrives in peak condition thanks to his dedication to training. His high work rate enables him to sustain power in the later rounds.
Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night. It all depends what fit you. Like, I run in the morning. If I don't, I run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run, and that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home. That's it. Like, I don't go nowhere.
While staying sharp defensively, his endurance and ability to remain explosive deep into fights make him one of boxing's most dangerous fighters. Beyond his devastating punching power, Davis possesses a...
Frank was on stage, he said, "I'm going to beat Tank's ass." What's your response to that?
Nah, a lot of them said that. A lot of them said that, and I want him to have that attitude because, again, I know what's under the hood with him. He's forward built tough.
Some people just go away and be...
But you specifically?
Me? First of all, I get a camp house, out here. Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night, It all depends what fits you. Like, I run in the morning. If I don't, I run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run. And that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home.
Exceptional speed and agility. His quick footwork allows him to maneuver effortlessly, while his rapid...
God damn.
Hand speed delivers precise, devastating combinations. His ability to explode at any moment makes him a nightmare for opponents, proving why he is one of the most feared fighters in the sport today. Gervonta Tank. Davis's explosiveness makes him unpredictable, forcing opponents to constantly guess his next move. Oscar.
2 questions. Who's the face of boxing according to Oscar De La Hoya?
No, look, I mean, Canelo proved filling in 50,000 seats, and he proved that he's the big dog. I mean, Gervonta's right there too. He's like knocking on the door, but it's right there, Gervonta, Canelo, man. But if you take a look at Canelo's last performance, it's like Gervonta's kind of creeping up on him. So I mean, we have to speak the truth, man, and say, look, I mean, I think one more fight. I think Gervonta's maybe one more fight away from being the top dog, but it all depends on Canelo, how he looks on his next fight.
And my last question of the day. You mentioned a Ryan Gervonta Davis rematch. What would be different in the rematch? I know you said it's going to sell $4 million. I agree with you.
Yeah, but, I mean, and with my expertise, that fight shouldn't take place.
De La Hoya has acknowledged Canelo Alvarez's greatness, but believes Davis is now in his prime and on track to become the face of boxing. With his undefeated record and growing popularity, Tank has positioned himself as one of the sport's biggest attractions. De La Hoya even sees Davis surpassing Canelo in influence and legacy as he...
What I like about Tank is that Tank is a better aggressive fighter than Crawford. He has everything Crawford has. He can box a fighter coming after him, he can go after you, and he can just box you. He got all the things Crawford has. He knocks everybody out just like Crawford. Except for, I think Gervonta's chin is slightly better, and I think Gervonta is aggressive better. And it's funny, because when Terrence Crawford goes out there, he's gonna beat you athletic. He's gonna be like, bam, 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 bam. But there's a certain poise that Gervonta has that I'm like, that is super special. And he has that Floyd Mayweather poise, where he can not be doing much, but he's beating you. That poise. I'm like, listen, approaching the fight, Gervonta Tank Davis approaches the fight better than everyone in the world.
Continues to dominate the ring. Some argue that Davis is an even better boxer than Terrence Crawford. His ability to mix up punches, use different angles, and deliver powerful combinations sets him apart. Unlike Crawford, who often starts...
Gervonta Tank Davis, champion of 130, 135. Mario Vargas, the champion 140. You know Mario, San Antonio, 25-0, 17 knockouts. Tank 24-0, 23 knockouts. What do you think?
Man, Tank, man, is a great fighter, man. When he trains, he's an animal. He's fucking beast. He's one of my favorite fighters, too. I will have to go with Tank, man. Like I said, if he has a good preparation, he's a monster. He's a little Mike Tyson, man. He's a beast, if he trains. Now, if he doesn't train, he doesn't look like when he fought. Yeah, but everybody says that. But when he fought Gamboa, he didn't look that good,
You look great against me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that no, that's what I'm saying. When he trains, bro, he looks super, man. He looks super good, But hopefully he takes things serious, and I think he'll look spectacular again.
How's your top 5 pound for pound look like in the boxing right now? Who do you have 1 through 5?
Man, that's gonna be pound for pound. I would say I would put Canelo in there, pound for pound. Then I would put Terrence Crawford second. Then I would probably put a third, man. It's a little bit hard right there, but I would put Earl Spence in there. It's in between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, so that's 3 right there. I would put maybe 4. I would put Teofimo Lopez, and 5th I don't even know who to put 5th, to be honest.
You could put Kane, you could put Charlo, you could put your son, you could put...
I would put David, pound for pound, number 1.
He's a monster. So tell everybody where to follow you, Jose.
They can follow us at Jose Benavides Sr., Benavides Sports, Team Benavides, and Benavides 300.
Low, Davis applies pressure when needed and finishes fights with precision. His adaptability makes him the most dangerous boxer today. Jose Benavides has expressed admiration for Davis, calling him a great fighter who trains like an animal. He even compared Davis to Mike Tyson, highlighting his raw power, relentless work ethic, and ability to intimidate opponents before the first bell rings.
Here's my problem with Tank. My problem with Tank is I wish he had the Duran mindset. I wish he had a Pacquiao mindset. Like, I wish he wanted to be welterweight champion and wanted to, Pacquiao was 5'5", right? I don't think Pacquiao punched harder than Tank, and Tank is definitely slicker than Pacquiao. I just wish he had that mindset to say, I'm gonna conquer 147, I'm gonna conquer 140, Teofimo Lopez, you're next. If he had that mindset, we're talking about all-time great fighter. I think his abilities is all-time, but I'm saying greatness. I just wish he had that mindset.
Teddy Atlas has praised Gervonta Tank Davis for years, stating that he always saw star potential in him. Atlas believes Davis's unique combination...
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. He's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive, and he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power.
So, he just, in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I catch.
Of skills, intelligence, and knockout power sets him apart from other fighters. Boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult has labeled Davis an all-time great, but pointed out that he doesn't share the...
But I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta Tank Davis. When Gervonta Tank Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
Same mindset as Manny Pacquiao. While Tank possesses unmatched skills and power, he lacks the relentless hunger and warrior mentality that defined Pacquiao's career. Joe Rogan has also expressed admiration.
Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. Watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations, sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience, he has the knowledge, he has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
And for Davis, saying he enjoys watching his fights because of how different he is. Rogan highlights how economical Davis is with his movements, never wasting energy and always staying efficient in the ring. Floyd Mayweather has given Davis high praise, referring to him as Little Pretty Floyd and seeing him as a reflection of himself in terms of skill and dominance. Oscar de la Hoya has called Davis a beast, emphasizing how difficult it will be for anyone to beat him. He specifically mentioned that while
have a fight, yes, but have it at 140. Fighting anyone at 140 would be more exciting than this fight against Lamont Roach. Nothing against Lamont Roach, but I'm telling you, Gervonta Tank Davis fanboys, not the fans, but the fanboys, you're not going to be able to convince people that Lamont Roach is someone to get excited about versus Tank. It's not going to happen. You're going to try to call people casuals or whatever. But really, people who really knows boxing, they know that Gervonta Tank Davis is too much for Lamont Roach, all right? Now, I was saying go up to 140. Fight who, Showbiz? Fight anybody. Just have a fight at 140. And when you see in hindsight that Teofimo Lopez and Devin the American Dream Haney is now negotiating for their fight, you can understand now why I would say something like that. He has a fight at 140, then he takes on the Teofimo Lopez and Devin the American Dream Haney winner.
Lamont Roach is a solid fighter, he would face a tough challenge against Davis. Many fans and analysts believe Shakur Stevenson and Vasily Lomachenko are avoiding a...
Just a small, unknown guy who used to sit at the top of the boxing world a few years ago by the name of Floyd Mayweather. What happens in that fight?
Another relationship gone sour there. Gervonta's had a lot to say about his former promoter. You would say Gervonta was a protege of Floyd, and I like that matchup. I like it a lot. Speaking about how what does Gervonta do when he's got somebody in front of him that can be sharp for 12 rounds? Floyd is the definition of he is on point at all times, and he will not get caught with anything crazy, anything unruly in the corner. It's just not going to happen to Floyd Mayweather. And so, with that being said, I've got Tank by knockout.
Go watch the full episode now.
Fight with Tank, recognizing the immense danger he poses in the ring. One of Gervonta Tank Davis's greatest strengths is his versatility. He can fight effectively at any range, whether on the inside or at a distance. His ability to adapt to different styles makes him one of the most unpredictable fighters in the sport.
How you feel about Floyd and Tank beefing online?
I see it a little bit. Yeah, you know, I like both guys. So it's like, I know Gervonta has his issues with Floyd, and you know, Floyd has a big ego where he wants to, you know, be the man on top, and Gervonta trying to get on top, but it seemed like he has to get from under Floyd because Floyd's a big man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard. It's kind of it kind of reminds me of me and my son. Like I kind of like got myself away and let him do his own thing and let him have his own glory, his own, you know, his own glory, his own life. You know what I'm saying? So me being there all the time will shadow over all this stuff. Sometimes, not intentionally. I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm not trying to be like, I don't care about him. I want him to be the best. But me being too close to him all the time takes away a little bit of his shadow, a little bit of his shine.
Boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult has suggested that Davis should move up to the 140-pound weight class to face tougher competition. He believes Tank has faced criticism for
He was telling me just stay calm. I always like to listen to Floyd when it comes to big stages like this, because he's the only one that been in my shoes and been like in these type of fights. You know what I mean? So I always try to stay close to Floyd when stuff like this happens. You know what I mean? Just to keep me humble and, you know, like, had me on the right track, you know what I mean? So I always appreciate Floyd for being in my corner, having my back, always, you know what I mean? So it's always a be love for Floyd Mayweather.
Selecting easier matchups, and that moving up would help solidify his legacy. Davis's defensive skills are often overlooked but play a crucial role in his success. He utilizes a high guard, shoulder rolls, and head movement to avoid taking clean shots, making him a difficult target in the ring. Shane Mosley has weighed in on the tension between Floyd Mayweather and Davis, comparing their situation to his own relationship with his son. He believes Mayweather overshadowed Davis's opportunity to shine. As Davis's career progressed, his relationship with Mayweather became strained, with public statements and social media exchanges revealing growing tension